Hello everyone, Andy here from Andy's Credit Corner. Thanks for tuning in. So the topic for today's video is how you can maximize your grocery earnings using Chase credit cards. Chase cards typically are not thought of as being great grocery earners despite being good in other areas. I'm going to tell you about different tips and tricks that you could maximize your earnings on groceries using Chase cards. So first of all, if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I talk about credit cards, points and miles, and other travel topics. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button as I post some more content coming soon. So the Chase credit card ecosystem is beloved by many credit card enthusiasts. However, one of the biggest criticisms is the fact that there is no true grocery card in the Chase lineup. There are certain situations where you could use a Chase card to earn well on groceries in certain situations at certain times with certain cards. But it's not like other ecosystems, for example, American Express with its Gold card, which gives you 4 times points on groceries, or the City Premier card, which gives you 3 times points on groceries, for example. With Chase, it's more of a right place, right time type of thing when it comes to grocery earnings. And I'll explain that in detail over the course of this video. So I'm going to go on a card-by-card basis throughout the Chase lineup to show you different tips and tricks that you could earn more with groceries. And I'm going to start with the 2 Chase Freedom cards, namely the Freedom Unlimited and the Freedom Flex cards. So the reason why I bring these 2 cards up right now is because of their current sign-up bonuses. So they currently, as of the filming of this video, have welcome offers that give you not only $200 after spending $500 in the first 90 days of card ownership, but you could also get a 5% gas and grocery bonus for the first 12 months of card ownership as well. So that will really come in handy for you when you do your grocery shopping, at least for the next year. And they do tend to bring these types of bonuses back from time to time. It's kind of an on and off thing. They had the same thing about maybe a year ago. I ended up getting the 5% grocery bonus on my Chase Freedom Unlimited card when I got it in December of last year. So that's going to be going for another month or so, and then I'm going to have to switch to some other card for groceries, and I'm going to talk later in the video about which card that's going to be. Also, while we're on the topic of the Chase Freedom Flex card specifically, that is a card, as you may know already, that gives you 5% cash back in rotating quarterly categories. They give you different categories each quarter, and sometimes one of the categories will be groceries. That usually will happen maybe 1 quarter a year. It usually tends to be the first or the second quarter of each calendar year, so I would maybe look for it to come in the first quarter or second quarter of 2024. So at least for 1 quarter of the year, you're getting 5% cash back on your groceries with that card. And of course, if that's used in conjunction with the current sign-up bonus that I mentioned, you would end up getting 9% on groceries for a period of time, potentially. So that's pretty cool as well. Next, I'm going to tell you about how you could earn more on groceries with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. This is a quite popular card in the Chase lineup. It is a popular travel card. It's only $95 a year. Great transfer partners. You know the drill with that one. It does have a category that gives you 3 times points on online groceries. So that does come in handy if you do, say, meal delivery services, or maybe you have your groceries delivered or something like that. But then you may say, but Andy, I don't order my groceries online. I like to go to the store. To that I would say, so do I. And what if I told you that I use this card for my groceries at the store in many cases? That is because I typically shop at a Kroger-owned store. This is a large chain of grocery stores in many areas throughout the country. They have an app which is called Kroger Pay, so you could download that onto your smartphone and use your Chase Sapphire Preferred card as your preferred payment method, and then have the cashier scan it at your register. And that will actually trigger the 3 times point bonus, despite the fact that you're actually at the store, because of the fact that that is considered to be an online grocery purchase from Chase's perspective. This trick may also work with some other grocery stores in some other areas. I believe Publix is another grocery store chain like that. I believe they're primarily based in Florida. My understanding is they have a similar app in place that you could use. If any of your local grocery stores have a similar app where you could pay similarly, try and test that out and see if it works. Next, I'm going to talk about a couple of co-branded cards that Chase has that could be useful for groceries. The first of those being the Chase Instacart MasterCard. This card gives you 5% cash back on Instacart purchases. So if you like your groceries delivered using Instacart, that will give you 5% off of those orders. And then, of course, there are the Amazon Prime and Amazon Visa cards, which are issued by Chase. So the Amazon Prime card is available to you if you have an Amazon Prime membership. This gives you 5% back on Amazon Fresh as well as Whole Foods grocery purchases. And if you do not have a Amazon Prime membership, there is the Amazon Visa card, which still gives you 3% on Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods purchases. So if you shop using either of those stores or services, then you could get some additional cash back with those. Going back to the topic of online grocery shopping, there is the Chase shopping portal, which is available on the cards that earn Ultimate Rewards points, namely the Freedom cards and the Sapphire cards. So you could access this portal. There are many stores available to you when you shop online, and you could end up getting extra UR points when you shop through these stores. I bring this up because of the fact that there are a few grocery store chains on there, namely Safeway, Tom Thumb, and Jewel Osco, to name a few that I noticed on there. There may be others as well, but those are the 3 that I noticed on there. So check and see if yours is listed. You might get some extra points out of that if you shop online through them. And finally, there is also the Chase Ink Cash Card. Though this does not have a dedicated grocery category, it does offer 5% cash back on office supply stores. And so now you might be saying, but Andy, why would I buy groceries at an office supply store? Well, really you can't, but what you can do is you could buy fee-free gift cards in many cases. This is a common trick that you'll hear on all these different blogs and YouTube videos and whatnot. You could get, Visa gift cards or whatever, and you could use those gift cards at other stores, which would effectively lock in that 5% or 5x points rate. And of course, you could use these when you buy your groceries at your grocery store. So that's a nifty little trick that's used in many different areas. Groceries is no exception there. So there you have it. That's a list of little tips and tricks to maximize your grocery earnings with Chase cards. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tips or tricks there, if I missed any little secrets or whatnot. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And other than that, I hope you found this video helpful today. If you liked this content, be sure to hit that like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, because I'm going to be coming out with more content soon. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.